a snapshot of some of the most critical issues that you think is something that the world needs to really understand. Give us the most inspirational, powerful, innovative solution that you're working on or that you know of.
When you treat people like human beings, when you provide resources and allow their potential to be cultivated and nourished, when individuals are treated fairly and decently, you get the outcomes that you see there.
If no one is born with the intention to harm another person, then how can we hold ourselves accountable as a society for the cumulative effects of the harm that we collectively allow? Collectively, we possess the power to end the inhumane conditions of confinement, destroying lives and devastating communities in the name of justice, worldwide.
Van de Stichting Herstel en Terugkeer. Stichting Herstel en Terugkeer hebben we een jaar geleden opgericht. Toon Walravens en ik. Omdat we vonden dat in ons justitiële wereldje mensen met elkaar en over elkaar praten. Dat we vonden dat iedereen het recht van spreken heeft, zodat het dit onderwerp gaat. En wij vonden ook dat je door elkaar als mens te ontmoeten, je elkaar verder kunt helpen. Slachtoffers, daders, professionals, achterblijvers, genieten van mensen die van die zitten, enzovoorts. Nou, wat wij ook vanaf dat moment gedaan hebben, is allerlei ontmoetingen organiseren. En nu dus dit initiatief, en dat is eigenlijk op een heel andere manier ontstaan. Ik was afgelopen begin september in Dallas en heb gewoon de presentatie van een boek dat geschreven is door een levenslang gestrafte professor van de Universiteit van Dallas. En ik ben daar heel veel mensen tegengekomen in die week. Gevangenis geweest, in de Ramsey Unit, de Polinsky Unit. En ik ben onder andere Breon Bain tegengekomen, die een paar dagen mee opgetrokken. Dat is een New Yorkse hoogleraar en ook actief is op het gebied van gevangenisreforme. En Breon was bezig in zijn hoofd voor bij een aantal Amerikaanse steden een conferentie zouden organiseren. Educatieve conferentie met muziek, workshops en dan vervolgens over de gevangenishervorming en dus over mass incarceration, een enorm uit de hand gelopen situatie in Amerika, solitary confinement, death penalty enzovoort. En dat die dan met een videoconferentie met elkaar verbonden zouden worden en met elkaar een soort discussie zouden hebben, gericht op het bewustmaken van iedereen in Amerika over wat er zich eigenlijk aan het spelen is daar.
Our mission is to change the dehumanizing narrative and radically transform the systematic conditions stripping millions in prisons around the world of basic human rights and give a voice to those who suffer from consequences of the current prison system.
No, I tell them to give them all the gift they would not give me. And that's to give them all a second chance.
In 2012, Nanan's publisher Robin Short brought Nanan and psychologist Dr. Betty Gilmore together to write the sequel to The Darkest Hour in order to shed light on the impact of solitary confinement.
Everybody officially to our first annual International Day of Action and Dialogue on Prison Activism. And this is a baby step, one that was conceived in part in dialogue with Nanan Williams, who's a brother from LA, a good friend of mine who's been incarcerated since he was 17 years old. He was put on death row at 17 in Texas, and so that links several of our cities already. Franz and I went to visit Naden in September, and in the course of those conversations, we had decided to take something that which would have been a conversation about a national Day of Action and Dialogue and make it an International Day of Action and Dialogue.
So Amsterdam, start us off.
All right.
Say something? Yeah, hi, what's up, guys? I'm just going to read some kind of declaration that we have here, first of all, and then we'll go to some poetry art thing that we put together. Changing the world starts by doing it in a different way and having the courage to do it. The initiative by Nanon, with help from friends outside the prison, led to this meeting in Amsterdam. We thank him for his incredible courage and being who he is, a role model for all of us. Being here in this meeting and having a prison action day is the start of the change. What we see is a tendency to organize everything away from people, to depersonalize and create a repressive climate. On the other hand, there is a longing for human contact, warmth, empowerment, and equality. There is tension between humanity and the political technology and the power systems. In Holland, we see hopeful initiatives and developments, like the promotion of recovery of people who suffered from crime and the ones who have committed crimes. The human potential, the incredible treasure of talents, energy, and love of the prison population is wasted until now. We follow the example of Nanon. Let's empower the people who suffer the worst consequences of the system, explore their talents, support them, let them speak, let them show their strength. Bring society inside, support family contact, and show the talents of the inmates. Make the prison a less worse place, and make a climate possible in which one can give and earn trust and self-confidence. We believe in compassion. We believe we can make the world a better place.
All right. Name is Karega Ani. I'm actually representative, although in Houston, of the Mary Grove College in Detroit, Michigan School of Social Justice.
My name is Roger Bonnet-Agard, and I live in Chicago, Illinois. I represent the Free Ride JLOC's literacy program.
This is Seema, and I'm here with some folks from the ACLU of the nation's capital, and also the UDC School of Law.
Folks in the room here, we have the Human Rights Project, we have the Center for New Leadership. We know that in the United States, our communities are in a state of crisis because of the unprecedented prison complex, the hyper-incarceration or racialized mass incarceration, folks.
Raise your hand if you have some questions or reflections that you can share from everything that you've heard.
Houston, Karega Ani. I actually have a question for Holland. So you were speaking of your criminal justice system, or, what, in quotes, criminal justice system, and how it works over there in respects to crime and kind of it, having this result that goes counter to the thinking in the United States and obviously in the UK as well. I was wondering, as far as you all's murder rate, things such as that, well, what is it like right now? What's the statistics on that? Okay.
12 to 14 persons in Amsterdam are here over here.
750,000 inhabitants.
And there are 750,000 people living there.
I'm sorry, you said how many a year?
750,000 people living in Amsterdam, and there are 12 killings, 12 murders.
So far this year.
Instead of reconciling and being a part of society like everyone else. The gap between prison and society will stay unbridged and wide until we all take responsibility and accept that the solution lies between you and me.
Which
sharing starts caring. Once I was a victim. I made myself a promise, never that again. Then became an offender, never expected that. But busted, locked up, never had a chance. So I made one up, with sharing starts caring. That's my new start. I'm not what I've done, I'm not what I was. I'm a person open for sharing. This is a dialogue open for a new start.
Not a number, but a person that longs for feelings and love. In a concrete building, my life as a human dies, because the concrete stops the positive vibes that I need as a human to stay human and alive. If the only food is concrete, my heart will turn to stone.
Stigma, disconnect behind every bar. I, you, we, so close, so far. The bridge opens tomorrow at night.
Empowerment. Prisoners are nothing, but they are a human being. Let's concentrate on the fact. When they socially interact and you give them the space they need. Yes, autonomy indeed. When we use the skills to the best, the prisoners become competent at last. So what we really meant, every human being needs empowerment. You know, the sun comes up at noon. You won't see it because the walls are too high. Your body is kept inside the walls, but your spirit stays free and will take care that your body unfolds. How hard your time will be, you know that one time for you the sun will shine. For what they say, what you have done, you can't see the sun and don't have your freedom fund. Your door stays closed, your body inside. But for always your spirit will be bright.
It was 1943. A prison cell is only 2 meters deep and not even 2 meters wide. Even smaller is the soil where I haven't been. This is where they put me to rest without a name, together with my mates. We were 18 in total, but none of us will see the night. 2014. Now there's a TV in the corner. People on the news say it's great, but the only real thing I can see is the sky outside, obstructed by iron bars. From the outside, this kind of prison might seem right, but only those locked up can possibly know how lonely it is to live inside.
Thank you. Amsterdam chooses for love, not for fear.